I just have to confide in you this. I am super giddy about being here today. When Tanya asked me to be the speaker, it was like I couldn't believe my good fortune, and I've been asked to speak a number of places in my many years being on television. I've been on TV since I was 14, so I've given a lot of speeches, and usually people want me to come and give a motivational talk. But in this case, I get to come and talk about how you inspired me. And so that is so awesome. It's a great feeling. And I thought what I would do today, but first before I get started, let me just say that I want to speak to those who made the FEPPS program happen. I don't know all the names, the organizations, but the community colleges for sure, the women of the village, the prison administration. It is so easy to do what's already been done. It's easy, to stick to the status quo, to do what we did yesterday, and do it again today, and do it again tomorrow. That's easy. So to be able to say, you know what, let's try something, let's try this. I just think you deserve a round of applause for that. That's right, it takes courage to chart a different path. It takes a lot of courage, and Lenore spoke about that. I'm so excited for you too. As a reporter, over the years, my job has been to go to places where news is happening, find out what's really going on, to get the facts, and then tell our audience what I saw. Tell them the facts, but most importantly, tell them the truth. So the truth is very important to me. And you have to understand that I come from a long line of truth tellers. I feel like I need to walk around a minute. I have to move. So I come from a long line of truth tellers. So when I was 11 years old, I had this idea that I was going to sing. And Seth was talking about, believing in your own ideas. I really believed I could sing. I hadn't been told otherwise at the moment. So I would get in the living room and I had my microphone and I would sing by myself. And all of a sudden, my dad would emerge from the back and just wave his hands and say, "No, stop it, stop it now." And, excuse me, let me grab this, because I might need it. But yeah, he was just like, stop, you sound like a bulldozer. He was just telling me the truth. And then my mom, maybe that's not meant to be, or I'll get it when it's done. I love air conditioning, it's awesome. So anyway, so they would just tell me how this was just not good, and this is what you need to do. And then I had my mom would sit there and write notes and tell me what I need to work on with my singing. And so I kept working on it, and then one day I had an uncle come and I was going to perform for him. So I'm in the middle of the song and all of a sudden he goes like this. I'm like, really? But here's the good thing. When I finally started doing talent shows, I actually was really good because I had people who saw something in me and told me the truth. And so imagine my surprise when American Idol first started. Did anyone ever see that when American Idol first started, or those talent shows, Star Search? And you would think, did someone ever tell you that you couldn't sing? Did someone ever tell you that? It was like how good? I was like, okay, thank goodness my parents told me, the truth, that's good. So I was like, okay, so I'm a reporter, I really believe in the truth, and I'm gonna come here and tell the students the truth about what I experienced when I was visiting the prison for this story we just did. I don't know how many of you know we just worked on a story on the FEPPS program. Is everyone aware? So we came and met with the women of the village, and we also attended some classes, and I interviewed some of the students. So I said, I'll just come back and report the facts and report the truth and kind of be a mirror. So, you want to know what I found? Okay, let me find it on my note. Actually, no, but just so I can say it more eloquently. Number one, if you could just imagine for a minute that I'm your mirror, what I saw is that you are wise. You are wise. Wisdom is about having good judgment. It was Nobel Prize winning George Bernard Shaw that said, "We are made wise not by the recollection of our past, but by the responsibility for our future." That's right, we are made wise not by the recollection of our past, but by the responsibility for our future. No one forced you to join the village. No one forced you to sign up for FEPPS. This was a decision you made. You decided you would surround yourself with positive people who encouraged you. You decided you would seek out those mentors. You decided you wanted to go to class. That's wisdom. So how can I not see wisdom? Even in the midst of your circumstance, you found ways to own your life right now and begin shaping what it might look like in the future. And now the question is, what wise decision will you make next? The second thing I noticed from being here is that you are courageous. I mean, I came in with Matt, my photographer, and we had cameras and lights and big microphones, and I don't know, for some of you, it's no sweat, and no Tanya, you've done this many times. She's a pro, she's so good, and a few others as well. But for others, it was not an easy thing. And, there were tears, there were nerves, for me, I get cold when I'm nervous. And when that decision point came of, okay, should I go on camera and talk to this woman, or should I not? I saw women make the decision not because they wanted any kind of notoriety or fame, because they said, you know what, this might help other people by telling my story. This might help other people. This might help the program, and so I'm going to do it anyway. So I saw courage, and that inspired me. Courage doesn't mean that you aren't afraid. It just means you act anyway. Courage is being scared to death and saddling up anyway. That was John Wayne, by the way. Courage is the commitment to begin without any guarantee of success. For many of you, you don't know what the future holds for sure. You don't know. But you said, you know what, I'm going to begin anyway. And you know what, one day, that preparation is going to meet opportunity. Opportunities can come, but if we're not prepared, it doesn't mean anything, right? So like, the fact that you began not knowing what the future would be, that is like the ultimate act of courage. And the other thing I would just add, I would say number 3, so I saw that you're wise, I saw that you're courageous, and I also saw love, which I believe is just the ultimate, I don't know how you define love exactly, but I do know the traits that most of us as humans value. And if I could just share for a moment some of the stories or some of the interactions that I saw. When I tried to give one person credit for something, that person, it was actually, in this case, I think it was O, who said, yeah, I did this, but she did that. I remember seeing Cheryl, who was really afraid and concerned, and I saw other people comfort her. I remember seeing Lenore moving and her stuff spilling everywhere. There were bags and papers and everything, and people just jumping right in and helping her, saying, I love you too, I wish you well. So I saw gratitude, I saw empathy, I saw compassion, I saw kindness. I saw the best of humanity in my 2 days here. And so what I'd like to just say is that I hope that, we start on these paths, we take these courageous actions, and everything goes our way, and then we are going to encounter bumps. It's inevitable. Everyone may not see that in you all the time. And you keep going. You keep going. And I want you to remember the mirror that you saw. I want you to look in the mirror and believe what I said. And during those times when you forget what you saw in this mirror, I want you to turn to someone that cares about you and say, please remind me who I am. Please remind me. And I want those of you to remember when you see someone discouraged, remind them of the light that you see in them. We have to remember to just remind each other, I see light in you. Let me tell you the story of when you did this. Do you know what that does for someone? Yes, I agree. Yes, you are light, you are wise, you are courageous. I am so proud of you, and may you continue to find the light no matter where you step. Congratulations.